Lionsgate portal? Not quite yet. My friend, this is your Sidereal Astrology forecast for the week of August 7th through the 13th. My friend, I am excited to be here today to share with you what is going on in our sky, in the world of Sidereal Astrology. Our sun is making some really nice connections. Mars is kind of pulling some stuff. We've also got some things I want to talk about with Mercury. And I also want to touch on a little bit about Venus and what she's doing and what we could see with that, as well as this Lionsgate portal. Let's chat. My friend, Danny Simoni's here, your spiritual healer, helping you heal your past, present, and future. One of my favorite things to do is to help you understand, to remember, to return back to align and activate your zodiacal energy, your natural cosmic blueprint, so that you can step into and really fulfill what your soul is here to do in this lifetime. My friend, we are here every single week with the Sidereal Astrology forecast, and I have a really exciting announcement that is coming extremely soon, something like next week, that I want to tell you all about. That will be at the end of this video. And I think that's it. So let's go ahead and get started. I'm going to go ahead and share my screen. If you are new here, this is Sidereal Astrology. Yay, I'm glad you found us. Sidereal Astrology is slightly different than tropical. We do look at what is actually happening in the sky at the time of the recording. So we're looking at what is taking place in our sky, where our tropical friends are looking at it more based on the seasons. And so I do want to quickly point out here, we always look for our sun to see where our sun is at. And you can see that our sun is in the zodiac sign of Cancer. It is in the part of the sky that Cancer does rule. So we still are in that Cancer energy for about another week and a half, and then we'll move into the beautiful Leo energy. So we've got a couple of things. I'm just going to go ahead and narrow this down. We've got a couple of things happening here. First off, we've got this, the sun is making a square to Jupiter. So this is a really beautiful, normally our squares can be a little bit more challenging, but this particular one really brings out the confidence. It brings out that luck. It really brings out that beautiful energy of Jupiter and the sun together. And so there really is a lot more confidence, really having a lot more luck with things. It's a big energy, so you might be feeling called to do more. And the flip side of that, you could be taking on more than maybe you probably should. So be mindful during this period here. And this is going to be pretty much through about Saturday. So we're going to see this all the way through Saturday. You'll see it as we go through this week. But you'll notice that maybe there is this nice little confidence that we're having, which is really beautiful. And there, just because of that, we may be overextending ourselves, thinking that we can get it all done, and maybe not quite so. So I do want to point that out. The other thing we're seeing here is we do see this trine here to Chiron, and we saw this last week, and it is still continuing for about another 10, 11 days. So throughout this week into next, what I really like about this energy is that it is really helping us, because with Chiron can be, you know, it's our wounds, it's the wounded healer. So there's often a lot of like bringing up those wounds and having to kind of do some work around them. But with this particular aspect, it's like your wound became like, what do they say, your lesson, your message, your lesson becomes your message, something like that. I don't know how they say it, but it's like that wounded energy that is empowering you. It's like you're using the wounds of whatever it is that you're working through or healing through right now, and you're being empowered and fueled by it, which is really, really nice, right? So you can easily share this wisdom with others, easily share what you've been through to help others, which is such a great opportunity to share, right? To share with other people. And with that confidence and exuberance from Jupiter, my friend, get out there and share your message for sure. There's also some energy around creativity here with using and showcasing our creative talents. My friends that are artistic, I would definitely recommend channeling this new empowered feeling or this empowerment, this confidence through whatever it is that you're creating, through your artwork. I think it's a really beautiful time to express that. And this is, again, through this week and next. The other one we have is we're going to see the Sun and Venus conjunct. So the Sun and Venus are hanging out together. Venus is currently retrograde, so she is more in that internal kind of introspection energy. And so there's a lot of focus on companionship, pleasure, creativity, money, right? All the things that Venus rules. So we're looking for more harmony and ease and peace. Like, this is the perfect time to pamper yourself, to take care of yourself, like upgrade those self-care routines so that you're really nurturing and taking care of yourself. If you are somebody who is single and who is looking to attract your mate, your soulmate, this isn't necessarily the best time for that, although there is a lot of really good social energy here, and it may be really fun and exciting, yet not so long lasting. So I do want to put that here. If you are dating, you definitely can have some fun with that, but not so much for a long-term commitment. The other thing I would say for my business owners, for those of you that are entrepreneurs or leaders, like, this is a really good time to attract new people into your world, whether that's clients, customers, team members. So really good time to attract them in. Again, this wouldn't necessarily be like for like, this is like the long-term partner or the long-term, right? They're going to stay the long haul. It's not, because, and I say this because generally this would be a really good time for that. But there are some other things that we're going to talk about in a bit that I'm really going to say, be mindful that this is not a long lasting type energy. So if you're looking for team members right now, it may fade kind of quickly. And the other thing that I want to point out here is that we are looking, Venus with the Sun really likes to look for bargains. Like, Venus loves to spend her money. She loves to go out and, use the resources that she has to benefit other people, right? So really helping and supporting in that way. And what can happen is that, she's looking for the deals, right? She's looking for how she can get the best pricing. And so I want you to think about that too, from a business owner standpoint, is people are looking for the best price. People are looking for the best option. Now, I've heard a lot in the real estate market recently with like interest rates being high, and looking at that from a different perspective. And so I definitely recommend, if you are somebody that is looking, because this is actually a really good time to buy, I would definitely check with your realtors, definitely have a conversation with them and see what they can do or what options they have and what they might recommend for your personal situation and what you're looking to do in those goals right now. Because we're looking for that good bargain. So from the flip side, right? How are you making your thing? I'm not saying discount your thing here, but how are you making your thing, whatever it might be like a steal, be like a bargain? Like, this is what you're going to get, right? The other thing here that we see is some sugarcoating. So looking at the current reality and sugarcoating it, being like, oh, everything's great, right? Everything's roses, everything's beautiful, everything's fine, when there is a lot of stuff beneath the surface. And so be mindful that you could be sugarcoating things, or other people could be sugarcoating things. And they're just, you're not really coming to reality. You're not really looking at the truth of what is actually happening. So that is our sun. So she's pretty much going to be hanging out with those guys for the week. Now, let's go ahead and move into where our moon's going to be. And then I want to talk more about Mercury, Venus, and Mars. So let's go back here to the beginning of the week, and you'll see that our moon begins in Aries. And so Aries energy is a fire sign, so it's very quick, very much movement, getting things going, getting things started. Again, not long-lasting energy, but quick, getting moving, getting started energy. I love to start new habits during an Aries moon or during an Aries period, because it really helps us get, like, it has that motivation and that desire to kind of overcome the hurdles. There's a lot of drive and motivation here to keep going, like to get things going. So this is a really good time to start something, to get into action. You might even feel like some restless energy that needs to be moved. So I'd recommend physically moving it in some way, whether that might be through a workout, through a physical sport, or where you are like moving your body. So like, yoga, where you're really moving your body and moving with things. Running is always a good way to exert energy, and any of your physical sports would be great as well. But make sure you're moving that energy, because if not, it can come out in some not so great ways that I'm sure people around you may not like very much. So that is Monday. And so we'll see that Monday and Tuesday. And then the moon will move into Taurus. Now, moon in Taurus it's an earth sign, so it's a little bit slower. It likes to slow things down. So we'll speed up beginning of this week, and then Wednesday it's like, ooh, I need a pause. I need a break. I need a rest period. And so here we'll see a bit of a pause. We'll see a bit of a rest. We'll see more of that energy of wanting to socialize, wanting to be connected with people, but more from a place of home, right? We want to just chill. We want to just take it easy. So maybe making dinner, right? And for your friends or for your family, or just like hanging out with people. And this is going to be Wednesday through Friday, and early Friday. So it really is Wednesday, Thursday, and then just the early part of Friday. Now, the other thing I do want to point out here is we do have this square to Saturn. And anytime we're talking about Saturn, it can be a little bit more challenging, because Saturn, he comes to show us our boundaries. He comes to show us our limitations. And so it could be a little bit more challenging for you to connect with people during this time, or there could be more sadness or loneliness. There could be that guilt or shame kind of coming through, reminding of our past failures, reminding of our losses, our grief. And so this is even our self-esteem could be really low at this time, or we're not feeling at our best, despite that sun and Jupiter are having a good old time. We could still feel a little bit like, oh. And now remember, this is just during this period. We'll just see this mainly on Wednesday, a little bit of Thursday, but mainly just Wednesday. So I just want you to keep that in mind, where you'll kind of be feeling a little bit down, maybe even distancing yourself or isolating yourself Wednesday. So if you're somebody that, starts to feel that, right, is already kind of feeling that, and now it's just compounded, know that this is just for this day. This is just for this moment, and seek opportunities where, Thursday and Friday you can connect with others. All right, let's move into Friday. So Friday through Sunday, the moon will be, so you'll see here, she's moving out of Taurus. This is 8 a.m. and she's going to move over here into Gemini. And so she'll be moving in through this area over the weekend. And so the moon in Gemini is much more of a social sign. It's a sign that wants to connect, that wants to share, that wants to learn. And so you may be finding yourself wanting to go do something or hang out with people, to connect with people, to learn. And so this is a great time to do that. Now, I will say, for those of you that are business owners, this is a great time to hold a class. This is a great time to teach something, great time to put something out in your emails or your social media post where you're putting out some type of offer for people, some type of opportunity for them to learn. Not necessarily what I see. It's an okay time to sell. It's not the best time to sell. If you're selling like a course where you're teaching something, then yeah, absolutely. Or you're educating, definitely something that is a good time to put an offer out there. I actually would say the first part of the week is the best time to make that sale, Monday, Tuesday, because we are in that Aries energy and a little bit more impulsive and like wanting the thing. But I would say actually waiting until Leo would be the next prime time to make that offer. So let's see, we have that through Sunday. The other thing I would say here is we do have the moon, which is square Chiron, and we'll see that towards the end of this week here, where it gets, there we go, right here on Sunday, we have our moon square Chiron, which is the need for security is going to push us outside of our comfort zones. And so we're going to see this a little bit when we talk a little bit more about the other planets in just a second. But there's this frustration that we're all kind of in right now of our current circumstances and it not being exactly what we want, or we're not quite where we want. And so there's a lot of energy around like, I want to be here already, or I want to do this thing, or I want to like get things moving forward and get things going. And so when the moon hits this on Sunday for this time, I just want you to think about, how are you moving forward, and what is your plan? What is the execution, right? What is the thing that you're looking to do to get yourself to that desire? So, because we have Lionsgate coming up now, this week we have our tropical friends are saying that Lionsgate is on 8/8. Now I'm going to take a minute right now to tell you that that is indeed in Sidereal Astrology not so true. And nothing against, I think I did, I signed up for, one of my teachers is doing a healing on 8/8, and I will be there. I will attend her healing, not to say that I'm not going to enjoy this energy, but the actual configuration for the Lion Gate portal does not happen until the end of this month, which is on 8/20. So I want you to mark your calendars for the Lion Gate portal opening on 8/20. Now, the portal has already begun to open. We've already started to kind of fill it. It's really going to officially really feel that energy beginning the 13th of August. So the 13th, which will be the end of this week, and then all the way through the end of the month through August 31st, with that peak on August 20th. Now, remember, Lion Gate is an opportunity for a manifestation to be accelerated, for us to, cut time, for us to be able to bring in, right, what it is that we desire into our reality right now. And so this is really high frequency energy. And so you could be feeling this where it feels a little bit off, or you're feeling some more movement coming through, activating our energy centers, our chakras. So my friend, tune into your heart chakra, tune into what your desires are. And over this next week or so, work on bringing to consciousness what beliefs, limitations, blocks you may have that are not quite in alignment with that manifestation. Because here's the thing, I see this over and over again, where let's say you want $1 million. Now, who doesn't want $1 million? I know I do. However, if my subconscious belief or an idea or a thought that I have that is like, well, that means I'm going to have to work more. If I have $1 million, that means I'm going to have to work more. Or it might be like, my family's going to come out of the woodwork, all the creditors are going to come out and try to get me. Or maybe it's like, I don't know what to do with the money. Maybe you're like, I want it, but what am I actually going to do with that money? If you haven't thought those things through, or if anything that I said, you're like, oh yeah, I might have that belief, you could have some beliefs that are actually blocking that alignment for you to actually bring that into your reality. So whatever it is that you're desiring, if it's success in your business, if it's a new relationship, if it's the house, right? You're looking to buy the house, you're looking to step into that next level with your job or career, like whatever that might be. Pay attention to the belief systems, the ideas, and the thoughts that you may have that could be blocking that, right? Because if we're not in that full alignment with what it is that we want, it's going to take a lot longer for us to achieve the thing. Not to say that we can't have it, but it's going to take a lot longer for us energetically to be able to attract that into us. So I did want to point that out really quick to give you that insight, because I do, I know this is such a beautiful and powerful time. And my friend, I want you to manifest your thing. Make sure those thoughts are in alignment. Okay, let's go ahead and let's keep going on, because we've got some more stuff to talk about. So let's talk about Mercury, because Mercury is already in its retrograde shadow period. Now, it is not retrograde yet. It doesn't go retrograde until the 23rd of the month, so in a couple of weeks, but it already is in the shadow period, which means it's in the part of the sky that is going to come back over when it does go retrograde. So this is an opportunity for us to really pay attention to the things that are messing up for us, the things that are going awry, the miscommunications, the struggles, the challenges, those things. It's really important for us to pay attention to those things. Now, the shadow period started on August 3rd, so just a few days ago, and then it will be through, before it goes retrograde on the 23rd. And so we will see this period here there could be a bit of challenges. I'll talk more about Mercury retrograde as we get closer, because it is a really beautiful opportunity for us. It's not a time to worry about anything and to not travel and to not do all the things. It's actually a really beautiful time. And so I'll talk more about that as we get closer to it. But I do want to let you know we are in that shadow period. So this is a time where we want to pay attention to what is happening in our lives. What things are like not going as easily and seamlessly as we would like, because those are really good opportunities for us to take a look and see how are we creating this. Okay. All right, so let's look at what else Mercury is doing. So we do have this really beautiful trine to Jupiter here, which is, again, really optimistic energy, really good time to research, to study, really good time to socialize. And we'll see this energy, thinking for the future, planning ahead, like thinking about that, really good time. Business is really good time during legal matters, really good time. We'll see this through August 19th. So we'll see this through the next couple of weeks of really giving us an opportunity to plan, to set, things off for the future, really open-minded, optimistic, like that type of energy. And then we have this right here, the conjunction of Mercury and Mars. My friend, this is where we could have a little bit more of a challenging period because Mercury conjunct Mars brings of an aggressive or a defensive type energy to our thinking. So we're already like being on the defense, wanting to be aggressive, wanting to fight back. So getting into arguments, getting triggered, reacting, not responding, but reacting is very, very common. And so we're going to see this pretty much through most of this month. So we'll see this beginning on August 6th all the way through August 23rd. So we've got a really good chunk of time here where we could be wanting to argue, wanting to defend, wanting to stand up, stand out, especially as we move into Leo season. So, this isn't necessarily the time to back down from a fight, but it also is a time to choose your battles wisely. We're not wanting to initiate fights. We're not wanting to step into it, but it's not the time to back down. Now, I want you to make sure that you're choosing it wisely. And I want you to think of it, a friend of mine he used to say, like, what am I gonna, stake my claim into? What am I gonna, like, stand on a hill for? And it's like, if it's nothing of like that big, right? Why am I going to argue with it? Why am I going to get myself involved in an argument with it if it's not something that I'm willing to, like, put my flag in and stake my claim? So think about that. The other thing is, this energy does bring a lot of mental activity, which can really help us zone in to get the things done, to get what we need to do, to, like, mark things off our to-do list, to get into action. So a really good opportunity for that. And it's also like, we get so focused in on what we're doing that we, like, the world outside of us, like, just escapes. I don't know if it ever happened to you, but it happens to me, where I get so laser focused and I don't even realize what's around me. And that might annoy somebody, that might frustrate somebody. So just be mindful of that as well. All right, let's look at Venus, because Venus is the other one I wanted to take a look at. Now, remember, she is going to be conjunct the sun, but we also are seeing this right here, which is, I'm really wanting to kind of share with you about. We do have this trine to Chiron. I'm not too worried about that, but what I'm seeing here is a lot of changing things up. Whenever we're talking about Uranus, Uranus wants to change things up. He wants to mix things up. He's tired of the same old, same old. He wants something new. He wants to do something new. So freedom in your life, freedom in your relationships, freedom in your business, experimenting, trying new things. This is what this energy is. And so we'll have this till about the middle of next week, to the 16th of August. And then finally, let's take a look at Mars. So we do see this Mars with Jupiter here, and we see this Mars with Uranus. I already talked about the Mars with the Mercury, but let's talk about Jupiter, because this has been in here. I did touch on it last week, but it's a good time to take some risk, a good time that, like, what you're doing could come out to be successful. So this is really nice. Now let's look at that trine with Uranus. Again, breaking free from things, your routines, your anything that feels restricting, wanting to get out of it, wanting to break free from it. Change up your routine during this time. This is a time to be open for new activities, open to do new things, open to new relationships. And I don't just mean that in a intimate relationship, but friendships, meeting new people. Really good time for that. Trust your instincts here. You can really influence people with this energy. Great time to start new projects. And this is why I don't believe that this is a long-lasting period for the relationships. So really good time to meet new people and to socialize, but not necessarily like the long-term kind of idea. It's like a friend for a season, or a relationship for a period of time, a team member that comes on just for some contractual work or a time being, right? Not necessarily long-lasting. All right, my friend, that is what I wanted to share with you today about this week's Sidereal Astrology, what's going on in our sky. I do want to tell you a little bit about an opportunity that I have coming up, and that it's only going to be available and open for 1 week only. And that is my brand new program. This is the first time I'm saying it anywhere. Cosmic Alchemy. Cosmic Alchemy is my 12-month program. It's actually been reinvented over the past year, and I'm so excited to have this brand new experience for you to help you activate, attune, and heal your zodiacal energy, to step into the best version of you so that you can fulfill your soul mission. I'm so excited to be working with you more on an intimate level in a group setting. I'm only going to keep this group extremely small. So really looking at about 20 to 25 people, no more than that. Once that fills up, I probably will close the doors. But I am if you're looking for, an opportunity to really step into your healing, I'm going to be using my signature method of healing. I've talked about a little bit before, but we definitely will be going through that during this time. My signature way to heal will be activating our zodiacal energy each season. We'll be working with the seasons. We'll be attuning our energy and releasing anything that is not serving us. So we'll be working with our inner child, our ego, our mental body, physical body, emotional body. We'll be working with some past lives. We'll be doing a lot of past life healing. So if that is something you are interested in, definitely join the wait list down below, which is thepeaceteacher.com/CA waitlist, CA-waitlist, and you will see just put your information there and you'll be the first to know. And you'll get a special bonus when you join that wait list and join the program. All right, my friend, that wraps us up for this week. I look forward to seeing you next week. We do have the new moon intention setting happening next week. I'll put that link down below so you can learn about joining us there. All right, my friend, go ahead and close your eyes with me and take a deep breath. And find peace.